Okay, getting back to the African American Studies certificate as it is so constructed now, and we're using African American Studies 4 R5 and African American Studies 760, and we're looking at Anthro 102, okay? And from that you can get 15 units, okay? 3 times 5, 15. But what we want to do is go back into the archives and get the courses that heretofore were being taught in the American Cultures Department before African American Studies came under the aegis of social science. And we're talking about bringing back African American Studies 2, 3, hopefully 6. 6 deals with Africa in all in itself, and maybe 10, along with 21. All right, so that's 5 additional classes, and we may take a class. There's a class that's taught concurrently between African American Studies and social science, dealing with psychology, and there's a course in social science dealing with race in the world. But what we want to do is expand the number of courses that could be served as a buffet. And in essence saying that, look, from these 8 to 10 courses, you have to complete 5 of them, which would give you 15 units. And when you give us the verified transcript that says you completed 15 units within that buffet of courses, then you will be eligible for the African American Studies Certificate Award presented by the Moon Collins Ealy Scholarship Foundation, and that amount is $500. Now, our first recipient was Rashid. And the interesting thing about Rashid is that he did back in his first part, he did in the late 70s, early 80s, and those courses were offered at that time, had been since archived. And then he completed some courses later on within the present construct. But there was a time when the department chair was about the business of just reducing the number of course offerings that we had, you know. And what he did is substituted other courses in other areas within social science to fulfill some other type of requirement, you know, they were electives. So with the new chair, we hopefully, I've asked him to contact the Dean, Thelma Day, and she has a form that helps you retrieve courses from archive. Now the thing is that might create a problem in how he's able to offer those courses. He may not be able to offer them in a block, and by that I mean offer them from one semester to the next semester. He may have to offer one set in the fall and another set in the spring, or in the intersession in the summer. But nevertheless, the courses will be presented in such a way that they all should be available within a calendar year. And hopefully that will help most students. And as I was telling you before, David, you know, David has completed all courses. You know, because remember, he was student body president here at one time. And I've sent him an email and asked him that he get his transcript to me so we can get that award to him. And it was interesting, the day that Rashid received his award, we ran into David coming out of the student union building, you know. And that's when he told me he had a function on the 20th, I think that's Friday, and that he wanted us to try to be there. So he sent me an email to that extent, and I said, okay, I'll try to be there. But that's the whole thing. The thing is to get these courses that had been archived back into the menu, and as a consequence of that, encourage more students to go about the business of fulfilling the requirement for the $500 Moon Collins Ealy Scholarship Award that is attached to that.